Time to see what a fully maxed gold mode Fenax can actually do in the endgame, guys. I was looking forward to do this video for quite a while now. I finally got to do it. Unfortunately, I have a bit of an issue. I am currently on the test server. The Chimera is closed. I hate this freaking thing related to the Chimera. Why do we need to have 1 day of not being able to do nothing to it? Okay, it's very annoying, especially that we are on the test server too. So, unfortunately, guys, I cannot try it. The test server will close today, so I won't have a chance to do this later on once it opens. It really sucks because I was super curious to see how hard he's going to smack in there. But either way, we're still going to be able to understand how powerful he will be in the endgame content. He's absolutely crazy. If you guys remember the very first video I've done on Fenax, like what, five years and something ago, and I put him in the clan boss, and he absolutely demolished most of the legendary champions that we had in the game at that moment in time. Crazy powerful, and nothing really changed except the fact that now he's +4, 6-star awakened, and we have a freaking relic on him too. That's what changed basically, but nothing else changed with Fenax, or should I say nub raids, right? Basically, with the A1, guys, all the magic happens here. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. If we have debuffs on the target, he's going to place an extra hit, which is going to make a huge difference. This skill is decent. It's not something that we are going to use much. We will use to basically get the relic to its full potential in the Hydra clan boss. Then we're going to switch to the Cat's Gaze. So we have the block buffs, the block active skills, the defense down, decreased speed. One thing that I would love on his kit to get a bit of a buff, funny enough that I'm asking for it, would be this to be 100% chance to land. Either a decreased speed, either a defense down, or both of them, right? It's still not that OP. It's a 4-turn cooldown. This would make him a bit more reliable in some boss fights. But he is a freaking monster. Let me just quickly show you the build that I have on him. I've done one like this similar on Whisper, guys. This is my Fenax, 6-piece Merciless. I have a kill stroke set. Not crit damage on the amulet, only a 5-star. His crit damage is a bit on the sad side for a god mode build, but we're gonna make it work with what we have. Once we're gonna change the relic, the crit damage will go up as well, so don't you worry about that. Total stats: 8.9k attack, 235 speed, full crit rate, 339 crit damage. As you guys can probably notice, the relic that we have on is going to be the Erratic Coronet. We are going to increase a bit the damage from here because in the Hydra, I'm already going to ignore more defense than I should. So it's not really going to be helpful if I'm giving him the Cat's Gaze in the Hydra. But for the other content, we are going to give him the Cat's Gaze and see what we can do versus the Shogun as well. I'm very curious. Maybe do a couple of arena fights and just go on the Dragon's Lair to check the A1 there versus those tanky enemies. Masteries, we have the following: offense, support. Now, this is not something that will really benefit him at all, to be honest. But I tend to get Life Drinker on most of my champions nowadays to make sure that they get some healing back as well. Helm Smasher tier 6. We got the accuracy from the support part. Crushing Rand as tier 6. But without further ado, we're going to go straight to the Hydra clan boss, so then I can actually just swap the relic and see what we can do. I'm not going to do a full fight because I will have to do a bit of manualing in here, guys. We can keep Teox, then I'll take him out to see a bit the difference. Let me just bring in Mikage. We can go in with this team. Not the best team for auto because when the reflect damage pops in there at the wrong time, we are going to be in trouble. Now, one thing to keep in mind is the fact that Mikage does not enable any of them to attack with A1 when she uses her basic skill, right? Because they're not from the same faction. But that should be fine as well, not a problem. So we're gonna go with the A2 right here to increase a bit his attack. From that skill, I'm gonna go with the A2 to try and basically push that relic up and running. So we land block debuffs on everybody, which is brilliant. Now we can go with an ally attack. 650, 922k from Fenax. Jeez, Luis. Chill down a bit, man. Don't kill them already. Do not kill them already because you just started. Let's see. 1.3, 2.1, and only one debuff, which is basically the decapitation. No weaken, no nothing else to enhance the damage from him with Theox, which is crazy. I will try to use the A3 now on that decapitated head to land some more debuffs and try to get that relic to max. So we got a decreased speed. We got 1+ million in there as well with the A3. No defense down, no weaken. Pretty damn crazy, to be honest. Pretty damn crazy. Okay. And I'm gonna quickly slaughter them. Actually, no, I'm gonna go A1. I'm gonna go A1 versus the Suffering, because he's the only one that's going to survive. The rest are gonna die if I'm gonna go in. So let's see. A1, not AoE damage here. 1.2, 1.2 on a non-decapitated head. The tankiest head in here, guys. That's actually crazy, crazy damage. Epic champion, bro. Like, Fenax is just freaking nuts. Let's see. 1.3 on that one. No weaken in there as well. And no Theox to basically push his damage, which was still really good. Let's put the block buffs on that one. I'm going to go A1 versus the Mischief. 810, 1.5. No weaken. No nothing. No Theox to push his damage in there either. That is just really crazy to see such high numbers. Look at that. 2.5, 1 million. Of course, this was with Theox. But even without Theox, guys, Fenax, as a damage dealer for the Hydra, can do more damage than the new Fusion Champion, okay? Can do more damage than most likely 90% of the legendaries in the game, okay? And some of the mythicals too. That's how freaking powerful Fenax is in the endgame. Of course, if you do have him fully maxed, like, he can just absolutely demolish enemies. So I'm gonna go versus this one right here, because we have the hacks. I don't want to put the hacks on the Suffering. So 1.5, 1.8. That was, of course, only Theox. That's his damage on his own. 1.5, 1.8 Theox. The Head of Mischief, I cannot attack the exact same head, but I will basically go versus the Head of Suffering. 2.5, 2.4, Fenax, more damage than Theox. Of course, there is a bit of a difference with the blasting and all that. But Theox attacked the weakest head in the Hydra. Fenax attacked the strongest head in the Hydra. And dealt way, way more damage. Almost double than Theox, right? So, I'm not trying to oversell you Fenax in here or anything like that. But he is just freaking crazy, okay? Assi, I think he is a German content creator. He might not be German, so apologies, bro, if I got it wrong. He's using Fenax a lot, and he has some crazy score with the Hydra, in the Hydra with Fenax. Like, we're talking about freaking 2 billions on Nightmare and stuff like that. Fenax is just absolutely demolishing. So let's do that. So we, by now, the passive should be, the Relic should be fully maxed, ready to rumble. I hate that they've made these changes to the Hydra, man. When you do these ally attacks, the champions suck because you're not killing the head, you're just decapitating it, but still, the allies do not join in the attack anymore. All this trash that they've changed is just feeling so freaking bad, man. Look at that. So let's see, ally attack from Fenax right now. Yeah. 1.3 or 1.5. Now, that was with Theox, guys, okay? 7 turns, we have 52 million damage. 52 million damage. I'm gonna drop Theox out of the team now. Theox, 13 million. Fenax, 28. Of course, he does get enabled by Incensa's A1 as well, because he's the highest crit damage, while Theox doesn't. And Theox enables him to do even more damage, which is pretty cool. But that's crazy, crazy damage. Seems like I'm missing some gear on my Incensa, which kind of sucks. But it doesn't really matter. We're not gonna go over that right now. I'm gonna bring in a different. I don't know, who should we bring in? Let's bring in. Nah, I have a bad idea. Does he have gear? Yeah, so that's my third vault. 6-star Crushing Rend. Very similar stats with Fenax. Literally very similar, but he's not on Merciless. But I don't really need a Merciless anyway, because I'm ignoring too much defense with the Max Great Hall and everything else that I have on with a Crushing Rend. Let's see what happens now, okay? Like, Turtle smacks really hard, okay? Turtle smacks really, really hard. Especially the more buffs on him, the more damage. I'm not gonna do a full run again, guys. Just a couple of minutes, just to do a couple of hits in here, decapitate a couple of heads, and just do basically everything about couple, you know? Let's put that. Got resisted right there. I'm actually gonna buff and go ham. Can we take this down? 841 or 1.1 million. That was with his A3, of course. And we did not have like a million buffs on. We only had 4, but still. Not bad. Okay, let's put a block buffs. Let's do that. And let's try to apply more debuffs right here. Damn, none of them. 2 million damage. Now, of course, Turtle's A3 is a monster. He's gonna do way more damage than Fenax's A2 or A3 combined. But the A1 is quite a bit of a difference. I'm gonna go versus the Head of Suffering because that will survive. So A1 from Turtle, 317, 314. Now I'm gonna go with Fenax. No, don't lose your freaking debuffs. Okay. Now I'm gonna go with Fenax. 652, 726. Right? So 1 hit equals 2 hits from Turtle. So we are more than doubling Turtle's damage with a basic skill. A Void Legendary Champion. +4, 6-star Crushing Ran with very similar stats. That is crazy. That is really crazy. Like, Turtle is a freaking monster, okay? So seeing that, no Theox in here or anything like that, very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. You see? We out-damaged +4, 6-star Crushing Ran Turtle with Fenax. Crazy. Crazy! Now, let's quickly change the relic on this bad boy, because we do not need it anymore. We're gonna put... hopefully, I'm gonna find it on the test server and we can give him the... Okay, I need to find it first. But who has it? Good question, because the test server is bugged. So we don't really know which champion has what as a relic. I'm gonna have to basically just go through it like this. Maybe Sun Wukong. Where are you, monkey? Yes, you do. I knew it. Okay, unequip. Thankfully, I had enough materials. Then let's find in Fenax. And let's give him these. Okay, so much better stats now. Still pretty much the same attack. 370% crit damage with the Cat's Gaze. This is the perfect build for the Chimera. Now, the main issue with him in the Chimera is not that you cannot use him. The problem is that he's squishy. He's going to die non-freaking stop in the Chimera. So even though he has a crazy powerful skill set when we are talking about damage, he's not really the right champion for it. Unless you have a Fina to keep him alive constantly, that works really, really well, okay? But if you don't, he's going to die non-stop. Dragon Slayer. Just a couple of hits. No more, no less. I just really want to see if we can get close to one-shot them. Arbiter, where are you? Let's see. I'm so curious. So curious. And that's just with a basic skill. Of course, I do have the Cat's Gaze on. Usually, I do not bring champions with a Cat's Gaze in here. So that's something to keep in mind. But very curious to see. 1 hit! Not even 2. 1! 600k! 600k! 566. What the WTF, okay? Even without the Cat's Gaze, he's going to absolutely dump on them. Look at that. 1 hit. The second doesn't even proc. So he can do 1 million damage. 1 million damage. And I've tested the new demon spawn. He was doing 20k. 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 My goodness. Fenax, the freaking monster. Now, one more thing that I want to try is basically... Hopefully we are... Oh, we're bad affinity. But you know what? We're still going to try it. We are still going to try it. we're gonna do that. Assuming that I still have gear on all of these champions. Hopefully I do. I think she doesn't have gear. So that will make my life easier. We can't take her out. And instead we're gonna bring Fenax, the GOAT. Fenax, the GOAT. Let's see. And this is faction crypts as well. We're losing that. Why not? Let's go with the speed then. Okay. Hopefully we're not gonna weak hit. I'm very curious to see that. Oh, he has higher crit damage than my Wither. Okay. I need to sort that out. I need to sort that out because that is going to be a bit of a problem. Because we're landing that enfeebled, so we're not gonna be able to do nothing about it. The heck is my Wither, bro? How are you spelling her name? Ah, with Y. That's why. That's why. Okay, so how am I meant to get more crit damage in here when I already have as much crit damage as I can possibly carry? Bing bing with the Relic. Let's find one that gives us crit damage. This one? I guess so. Will that be enough? Yes, we have 385 crit damage now. Okay, let's go back. That should target Wither now. Yep, beautiful. So let's do that. Let's do that. I can't even remember what's the rotation, but we're doing that. So now we're gonna go A1. Do not weak hit, please. 500k with one hit. So basically around 1 million damage. Turtle with A1. 375, 443. So Fenax, even here, deals more damage than in the Hydra, right? With the basic skill. Now, we do have the Cat's Gaze on him. Let's not forget that, actually. But still, probably even without that one, he would do a bit of more damage. So let's do it again. Have all of the debuffs in the world. Let's do that. A1, again, don't weak hit. 500k. So yeah, basically, he will deal around 1 million damage. And then Turtle comes with the A3 without having a huge amount of buffs. And he brings in like 1.5, 1.6, probably close to 2 million in some cases. But that is really solid. Of course, it's the wrong affinity. I just wanted to kind of like have an idea to see what numbers he kicks in here. Really powerful Mr. Fenax. And a couple of arena fights, guys. Not many, just a couple. Let's see what enemies we can actually find in here that we can demolish. Not too many magic champions, because that's not what we are looking for. Everybody's running Null now, you see. Null. I'm not sure if I'm missing gear on some of these champions. No, I am not. We can take you out. Now, Fenax is going to get wrecked, so I need to basically bring him some support. Okay, he needs some support. He needs an accurate. I do not see him good without an accurate in here. So Nacret and Fenax. My god, it's so freaking hot in here today, guys. My computer is like a freaking rocket. I'm just seeing the temperature 51 degrees on the CPU. That's a bit too hot. Seems like I gotta sort something out because it's way too hot. I'm feeling hot in here too, like it's the PC melting me. Okay, A1, check this out. Check this out. One hit, block, revive. I mean, we don't even need debuffs to kill them, to be honest. But let's give them some. Let's give them some. 143k with the first hit. And I'm still gonna go A1. No, not auto. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, we haven't blocked revive on that one. No problem. I shall do it now for you. There you go. Have fun, Arbiter. You can just literally wreck them all. And even the ally attack blocks the revive, which is exactly what makes him a freaking monster and a massive danger for PvP. Now, the affinity sucks right now. We have so many crazy champions. It's not like a few years ago where Fenax was just absolutely dumping on the arena champions. You know, let's do one more fight in here. And then we are going to call it a day. As I've mentioned, I wish I would have been able to take him in the Chimera to kind of like have a bit of an idea of what sort of number he kicks in there. I know for a fact would be crazy, crazy numbers though. So at the moment, this kind of sucks. Let's just protect her instead. There isn't much else that we can do. Okay. Ooh, Marius. Bye. And then we go for Taras. Then we're going to go for Taras. Now, probably Taras is not going to die from the first hit because of his passive that will keep him alive. And maybe Freya too. Let's kill Freya, actually. Block revive. I love that freaking block revive, man. It's crazy. Crazy. It just reminded me when I used to use the champion in Arena. Both of them died with one hit. Okay? He killed Taras with one freaking hit, man. Damn! Fenax! God mode Fenax. Either way, guys, that was pretty much everything for this video. Fenax is an absolute freaking monster. Let me know if you guys are using him in any content at all. And no, it's not about gear. It's not all about having the best gear on him and any champion will deal damage. It's about his crazy, disgusting multipliers on that basic skill that make him so, so powerful. Much love, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.